Black tea, black truth behind the green carpet. We can see the paradise in the earth, which is located in the middle part of the Serendip island. This island situated in southern tip of the Indian subcontinent. The statement wrote by Arabian explorer Ibn Battuta. Sri Lankan tea states were established by destroying this paradise. If we talk about tea states, we know only green carpets are dispersed on the mountain valley under the snow clouds. But how many of us know these wealthy green carpets are grown by using how many human lives? Tea is the second largest beverage after the water in the world. It has around 5,000 years old history. It was originated in China and disperses through the Irrawaddy River to India. British colonial rules were identified value of this crop and they cultivated in India and Sri Lanka in plantation level. Cultivation land was got from deforesting mountain forest in the upper part of the country. British planters had demand on labor for maintaining and harvesting of the tea states. But in Sri Lanka, any Sri Lankan people did not like to work in the tea plantations. Therefore, Tamil people were arrived to Sri Lanka as a labor in the tea states under the control of the British rulers. But they did not know real situation of the tea states because labor agents of the British rules told some lie about tea states. South Indian people came with number of dreams about quality foods, pure water and good accommodations. But they killed by extreme environmental conditions, dispersible diseases like cholera and very hard work in the states. Leech and plantation owners absorbed their blood day by day. Beauty women in the labor were faced sexual abuse from British planters and British rulers in cold nights. British rulers used them to establish roads and railway tracks in the upcountry. These people did not get any freedom after the independence of Sri Lanka also. Number of political issues pushed to them by Sri Lankan politicians. They did not give voting rights and citizenship state labours. Then half part of the labours sent to India by Sri Lankan politicians after the political issues. Indian government accepts their request but they did not give any opportunity for their lives. However, what is the current status of them? Now also, backbone of Sri Lankan economy is exporting tea. Annual income is 658 billion US dollars from tea exports. But states workers have not any own homes. They get around $3 per day. Tea state labor's wage rearrangement program is held once per 2 years. This wage agreement is held between tea state labor unions and plantation companies, and government is a supervisor to this agreement. During this period, unions give a push to increase their wage rate. Sometimes they use union strike also to get high wage. But plantation companies did not accept all requests of unions. They reject some requests and they give little increase of wage rate with government support, because plantation companies says if we increase wage rate of plantation laborers, this impact give a negative effect on our country. Our tea will get high price than Kenyan and other countries' tea in the world market because of increasing cost of production. It will give negative effect on our industry. Government also accepts this argument and they give support to plantation companies. Some union leaders also help to plantation companies and government, because leaders get some economical benefits in illegally from companies. Poor educational level of laborers also helps to maintain this trend among them. Few political parties represent these people in parliament, provincial councils and local governments. They also did not achieve any achievement during around 40 years period. After getting voting rights, even every political parties always support the government and they got ministerial posts. Okay, let's go their homes. Their homes not like our homes because they haven't any own homes. Most of the families have 4 or 5 members and they live in very small space. They have 2 rooms. They live in a very rush environment. Especially they consume wheat flour than other people in the country because they satisfy with wheat flour foods, especially roti. It gives energy to do hard works in states. But nowadays 1 kilogram of wheat flour is 100 rupees. Especially they use labor dust tea powder for preparing tea. It has low quality than other tea powders. They haven't any proper toilet facilities and proper drinking water facilities. School facilities are lower than other parts of the country. There are villages without roads. Doctors and nurses do not like to work in these kind of places. Therefore, each fundamental facilities are lower than other part of the country. Sri Lanka is one of the country has high inflation rate in Asia. They are suffering from this inflation also, and population increasing rate also high in this country. These people have high usage of alcohol. This habit destroys family structure of this community, and women and children are mostly disturbed by this alcohol usage. Three wheels and cell phones also are high effect on this community. Most of the teenagers have cell phones. It has a negative impact of them. Most of the school students are left from schools and them willing to buy a three wheel, but they have not any educational goals. Instantly, young generation do not like to work in plantation sector, and they go outside from the upcountry like Colombo and Middle East countries. This problem directly affect on tea industry. Most of the women in labors like to go Middle East countries and they face many difficulties there. However, you may think why this team discusses about this problem. There are a number of reasons. We are the tea technology and value addition undergraduates. We are the people who manage tea industry of Sri Lankan future. Therefore, we have to know about the labor's problem. The industry depends on high number of laborers, and any industry should have human resource management. Currently, tea states laborers do not like to work in tea plantation sector. If continue this trend, we cannot develop our tea industry. It will cause economic crisis in our country. So we have to manage this problem in proper way. We can earn more profit by adding new value to our raw teas. Through that, we can solve this problem by increasing wage of tea estate laborers. Increasing wage rate can solve major problem in this community. Ancestors of tea estate laborers did a huge part of our country development. But their generation have not any proper facilities to continue their life in a normal way. Black tea is the main export of Sri Lanka. These people do a hard work to producing black tea, but still they live in black life. They have to improve their knowledge through the education. If not, this black life will continue.